What's happening, guys? If you were to ask me what my favorite caliber is to shoot, it has to be the illustrious and perfect 5.56 or 2.23 round. Easy recoil, blistering fast, great ballistics, a wide range of barrel lengths, and overall, just a lot of fun. It's as American as one can get on the range and screams fun during training. What is not fun is the cost of ammo, especially when you shoot well over 10,000 rounds a year. But before we get too far, YouTube almost certainly will not be monetizing this video. So if you guys like what you see, please think about hitting that like and subscribe button. If you are feeling extra generous, my Cash App will be located right here. And I do have a Patreon that we are starting to upload uncut videos weekly. Otherwise, my website in the description may or may not have links to some websites that I have affiliates with. This not only will help you out by getting what you want, but it also helps the channel in return. With the admin stuff out of the way, let's get back to one of the coolest mods you can buy for your AR-15. I haven't been in the gun game for long compared to many others, so this means new stuff to me may be old to some of you. With that said, Black Rifle Medic asked me if I'd like to give his CMMG Bravo conversion kit a shot. He prefaced this by telling me he hadn't used it for a number of years. 10 to be exact. Obviously, my answer was yes. I typically never turn down the opportunity to shoot new stuff, and today was not going to be an exception. I'm not quite sure what generation this one is, as there have been numerous upgrades since its original unveiling, but it's safe to say it's definitely not the current generation. I have since learned that Colt also has a version of their own that looks very similar to CMMG's. When he handed it over, the bolt was dry and there were two different mags. The Bravo kit features a captured blowback recoil system, its own chamber, bolt, and firing pin that is a 1-to-1 direct replacement for your existing AR-15 bolt carrier group. What does this mean for the consumer? Well, it does not take a gunsmith to install and uninstall the kit. I sprayed a generous amount of lube on the bolt, removed my old bolt carrier group, swapped it to the Bravo, and thought I was good to go. I used a couple of different brands of .22 along with various weight projectiles. I wanted to see if this thing could run the cheapest stuff I could find, especially since this was what I was going for. I ran Herders, Federal, Wildcat from about 40 years ago, and CCI. Once I loaded the purpose-built mags, I wanted to try a couple of rounds before going fast and hard with her. There were 3 successful shots back to back to back, but something must have happened on the 4th. I did not notice the casing had ripped apart and lodged itself somewhere in the upper or between the bolt carrier group. I took the rifle apart after the bolt failed to go into battery a couple of times and did a thorough cleaning and lube job. Once I installed it again, the bolt closed a lot easier and the gun ran perfectly for over 700 rounds. It was a sewing machine in both of the ARs I used, which were my 11.5 and 16-inch shit hits the fan builds. Now I love to shoot 5.56 and a lot of it. Unfortunately, shooting steel up close isn't what you would call safe. Instead, we use steel out to 50 or 60 yards with shorter barrels and 100 yards for full-length barrels. This limits my ability to shoot while on the move and fast unless it is paper. And my good friend at Black Rifle Medic does not have a steel shortage, not even in the slightest. But we do have limited target scans for paper. With more than 40 targets within 70 yards, I've always wanted to turn loose with one of my AR-15s, and now I can. From the first mag to the very last, I had a huge smile on my face. The one thing about .22 is the possibility of getting malfunctions or clicks instead of bangs. This allows a natural ability to perform malfunction drills. As I encountered in the moment, these are very much not like clearing a 5.56 malfunction and caused me to freeze for a moment while I rebooted. While this is true, I did have fun running malfunctions because my rifles have been rather flawless even with the high round counts I have on all of them. I have to load dummy rounds to practice this, whereas 22 will just randomly shit the bed for no reason other than being 22. During my course of reviewing this gadget, I only spotted 2 striking downfalls. First was very minor, the mags. While trying to do quick, tactical reloads from my tactical khakis, the mag stayed inside of the mag well when I pressed the mag release. It requires a nice mag strip to change the mags. Now you can file the mags down if you want, but seeing as this was not my kit, I was just along for the ride. The second issue I experienced with this kit could be a lot more of a serious one if you freak out. The conversion kit got lodged in my upper and did not want to come out easily, to put it lightly. If you are afraid of scratching your rifle or are intimidated by MacGyvering shit and this happens to you, it may take you bringing this gun to a professional in order to get it out. This did not happen to Black Rifle Medics and fit most of my ARs perfectly. But with my Ruger upper, it did not want to come out without some serious prompting. While this is probably
CMMG,
due to the tolerance issues with Ruger, I did reach out to CMMG for comment, but have yet to hear back from them. I will update you if I do hear from them in the near future. So how was my experience with the conversion kit overall? Well, my smile says it all. I love how easy it is to install, how familiar everything feels, how many variables this kit deals with at the range, and just the ability to make training a little more fun for anyone. I do not think this is a replacement to train with due to the severe lack of recoil, but it is a huge aid that allows you to push yourself and train more on a great budget. At nearly 50 cents a round, 5.56 is hard to keep up with when you shoot tens of thousands of rounds a year. So yes, I love this thing. But do I envision myself purchasing one of these? Hell yes. There is literally no reason to not always have one of these in your range bag. The kit comes with 3 mags and just costs a couple of Benjamins when they aren't on sale at a company that rhymes with Schmimary Parms. It's a no-brainer at that price and will quickly pay for itself in 2 range trips at the most. Shooting fast, on the move, and hitting steel is some of the most fun stuff I've ever done. Previously held only to specially built ARs, 1022s, or even PCCs, now any one of your ARs can quickly become your next 22 to train with. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I am a single man operation, so any monetary help would be greatly appreciated. I am also thinking about making some merch, which proceeds from will go directly back into the channel for honest reviews on guns and gear. Remember to learn, train, and evolve, and as usual, stay blessed.